video, we will be doing a good to evil tier list in an Alan Baker good to evil tier list. Fixed. First up, we have Gold. Gold has literally done nothing wrong in his entire character. I mean, sure, he died, which led to everything that happened in Avian, but no, it is nobody's fault. First of all, like, he literally did nothing wrong. Not a single thing wrong, and do I even have to say anything? Like, come on. Okay, so next up we have Pink. Pink is tied in Gold in the nice tier. Pink was just a loving mother. Literally nothing, has done nothing wrong in her entire character arc. Next up we have the Dolphin King and Queen. Right here is the Queen, but hold on a second. If I go here, then hold on. And right here we have the King and the Queen. They have not been on the screen that long, but unless they cause any wars between the drowned or something, then they have done nothing wrong. They have done nothing wrong that we know of. Okay, so next up we have Green. Now, last time I put him much slower just because he did the default dance, which he did do here. I think it's gonna be right here. Yep, but after I realized that he did comfort Purple and just didn't do much wrong. So yeah, he's third on the list. Okay, next up we have. So Red was possessed and kind of almost killed the Stickman. He was possessed. So, I mean, when you're possessed, you cannot control yourself. That is what possessed means. But otherwise, he hasn't really done many bad things. So yeah, he is next to Green on the good tier list. Next up, we have Alan Baker. Now, Alan Baker kind of made all of the Stickmen, and of course, he didn't want them to destroy everything because it was his computer. But the reason he's a little more down on the list, okay, now the reason he's a little down on this list is because he did kind of use the Chosen One as an ad blocker. I mean, everyone hates ads, so I can't really blame him. He did make the Chosen One very mad, which led to him obliterating literally everything. Next up we have Blue. Oh, hold on. Now the reason he's a little more down on this list is because he did kind of want to get more network, which caused everything, you know what I'm talking about, to happen. All of the events up to the King. But he's still the network man. He's still the Netherwart man. He still loves Netherwarts. He will always love Netherwart. I don't know why he loves Netherwarts so much. When did he first try Netherwarts? I wanna figure out that. Next up we have Yellow. Now Yellow is my favorite color, so we couldn't put him too down on the list. But he did kind of, out of curiosity, use the command block, which almost broke Alan's computer, like, completely. Let me see. As you can see, this is absolute chaos. I do not know what is happening, but whatever is happening, it is bad. So, anyway. So yeah, he's a little bit more down on the list. Next up, we have the Second Coming now in the comment of my last video. Okay, so in the last comic, video about this is this guy said that the Orange or the Second Coming started multiple fights. I don't know. Even though I replied, could you tell me what's I don't know what fights it was. Actually, he did kill Green here. He did kill Green in that one. Okay, yeah. Okay, so. And he also kind of destroyed Alan's computer. Actually, he somehow got into his phone. So yeah, that is that. Next up, we have Purple. Now, even though this incredibly sad origin story, Purple still abandoned the other stickmen in the end, and you know what Purple did. He also became a hacker in one of the episodes. That was Animation vs. League of Legends. Okay, now we have the Orange King. Now, even the Orange King's sad origin story really redempted him. So, but he still did the things that he did. He's much, and the reason I put the Orange King all the way in the evil tier last time, then that is because in the last video like this, that is because I recorded it before episode 30, so nobody knew his origins. Next up we have Team Yellow, aka the team Red was in. So now they did bully Yellow a lot, which is being the new kid in a nutshell, I think, maybe. I do not know. Nope. But actually I should have put him higher up in the list. But anyways, that is that. Now, the next one is... Next up we have some honorable mentions. Okay, the first honorable mention is Victim. Even though Victim kind of did try to destroy Alan Baker and his computer, even though he was not nearly powerful enough, he's still on the good list because we didn't really get to see much of the character, because this was in the stage where Alan Baker's animations basically didn't have any plot. This was in the Newgrounds days, ladies and gentlemen. I bet Alan Baker, when he made this animation, he did not think that it would have so much plot. Next up we have Ruben, the adorable little piggy from here. Not the one with the potions, that was a different pig. He's a pig. He's an honorable mentions, just honorable mentions that are just good. These are honorable mentions that are just good. Like, he's a pig. He cannot do anything bad. He's literally a pig. He's literally a pig, and that's a good Technoblade reference right there. Next up, we have the baby piglin. I mean, it's a baby piglin. Like, he helped Blue. There's nothing bad about this guy. That's why he's in the honorable mention section. Next up, we have the piglin leader. This guy, I think he's the leader. He's the one with the golden armor. He's the one who is the baby piglin's father, I think, maybe. He's an honorable mention. He didn't really do anything bad. So, yeah. Next up, we have the villagers. Just like all of the villagers. Every single villager here. Next up, we have the villager guys. I like to sing. But next up, we have Purple's villagers. We just have Purple's villagers. All of Purple's villagers. Yeah. Next up, we have Alan Crafter 69. I mean 28. Alex Crafter 27. Alex Crafter 28. He's just a player. Didn't do anything. Every player has done crimes in Minecraft. It's impossible to do crimes, to not do crimes in Minecraft. It is impossible. Anyway. Next up, we have Yellow's friend guest. Yes, I'm doing shorts too. Anyway, he was a friendly guest. But he was murdered by Blue. And Yellow is probably gonna use the command block later. Next up, we have Hangman. We didn't get anything to this character, but it's Hangman. I think he was gonna take the stickman probably or something. I don't know. Next up, we have the Warden. Now, even though the Warden has some sort of sad backstory, it's still a Warden. It has murdered people. Every Warden has murdered people. That got a bit dark. Next up, we have the Spider King. It's a Spider King. It is a Spider King. It read the second coming in yellow. It is. I do not need to say something. Oh my god, that is terrifying. Next up, we have Herobrine. Now, even though he did kind of become a teacher, he's still possessed red in the 2015 one, and like Herobrine is Herobrine. Herobrine is Herobrine. Next up, we have Virobots. Hold on a second. Virobots, the virus made by the Dark Lord. It's a virus. It's a robotic virus thingy-mabob. Next up, we have the Elder Guardian. He kidnapped the princess, but he's not Bowser. So, yeah. Next up, we have the Witch. Hold on. The Witch. It's a witch. He turned everyone into like blocks and stuff and almost burned them. But then they got back and they were saved by Lupin. The one, the only, the Lupin. Next up, we have the Titan Ravager. Now, I know the Titan Ravager wasn't evil in the end, but it attacked. The villagers know what was going on, which means they attacked this village multiple times. And in one scene, the Titan Ravager almost ate the village. Ate one of the villagers, which means this giant, enormous beast has destroyed villages multiple times. Multiple times. Next up, we have the one, the only terrible dad, Navy. There's definitely more terrible dads out there, but this Navy was just a horrible dad. You know what I mean? He was just a horrible dad, a horrible father, a horrible being. Next up, we have the Dark Lord. The Dark Lord is the main villain in Animator vs. Animation. He is the most powerful. Actually, I don't know if the Orange King would be more powerful. He is incredibly just evil. So, of course, he's on the list. And on the bottom of the list, he is officially the most evil character in animation, in the Alan Baker Cinematic Universe, ALCU. Next up, we have some honorable mentions. The Killer Bunny, of course. Okay, next up we have Bob. The second coming created Bob. Bob smashed grain to pieces and blamed and pretended he didn't do anything. Just look at it.
What?
Next up, we have the Enchanted Origami. The final honorable mention. The second coming somehow made the origami out of the enchantment book thingy-mabob, which is not a good idea. And then the origamis became alive and poked everyone in the head. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you.